Hey, everybody, it's Bishop, and I am excited about the privilege to be able to greet you on today. I wanted to get back to saying hello throughout the week, and we're going to do it in what better moment than right now as we celebrate our 12th year church anniversary. I'm super stoked about the fact that God has kept us for 12 years. He's continuing to keep us even right now. I got a couple of things that I want to share with you by way of information and to let you know of what we have coming up as we celebrate our church's 12th year anniversary. First off, we want to make sure that all of our members are registered to vote. If you have not registered, you need to do so, and I mean you need to do so right away. It's too important, too critical of an opportunity before us for us to feel as if the vote doesn't matter. It definitely does. One way you know that your vote matters is because there's too much being done to keep you from voting. I want to make sure that you are registered to vote. You've got until this coming Monday, October the 5th, to register to vote. And then, not only must you register, I want to make sure that every single one of our members is faithful to actually go vote. We're actually a part of a campaign to ensure that people who are registered go through with the full process and actually vote. We're asking for voters of faith to be faithful to vote. Stand up and be counted right now. I want you to let me know that you are a part of those voters of faith who will be faithful to vote. Text Faithful 2020 to 52886. That's Faithful 2020 to 52886. Or visit faithfulvoter.org/Florida. When you do that, you can take the Faithful Voter Pledge and let everyone know that you are guaranteed. We can count on your vote. All right. Now, don't worry. None of your information is going to be shared outside of that database. It won't be sold to any outside entities. So you've got no cause for concern there. All right. It is, of course, like I said, our church's 12-year anniversary month, and we're going to be having another outdoor service this Sunday. That's right. Be in the place. Make sure you are present when we play outside. That's what we're going to do. We're going to play outside, and I want to see you there. 9 o'clock a.m. this Sunday morning. Come comfortable. Bring your lawn chairs. Bring a snack if you want, because we're going to have an absolutely amazing time. So you don't want to miss it. Invite a friend. All right. We're going to be right out on the basketball court. Come early enough to get set up so that when 9 o'clock hits, you don't miss any part of the service. All right. It's going to be absolutely amazing. A part of the way that we're going to be celebrating this year is by prayer. We need to elevate the prayer temperature of our church. We need to be engaging God even more so, especially not just in celebration of our anniversary, but because of all that is happening in our world around us. I want you to meet me in prayer. 12 hours of prayer on October the 12th. That's right. The sanctuary is going to be open from 12 noon until midnight, actually 1 a.m., because we're going to pray for that full hour. Will you meet me? I don't care what time you come. I'll be there, and I want you to join me. As a matter of fact, it's God's mandate on me to be present for the full 12 hours. And I want to be able to see you come into the sanctuary. Let's meet God together. We're going to have a different prayer focus every single hour. Don't worry. All of the things that are necessary for your safety and sanitization of the sanctuary and for your own personal comfort, it's being done. All of those things are being done. We're going to provide a proper environment for you. So you come out and help us to get before the face of God. All right. October the 12th, 12 hours of prayer. I know is going to bless the church, and it's going to bless you even more so. Now, another part of our celebration this month, we're going to be celebrating and acknowledging the fact that God keeps his promises. All right. And so I want you to tell me in a video, 1 to 2 minutes, of what promise God has kept for you. Maybe it's something that's been done just this year. Maybe it's something that was done a couple of years ago, but it solidified your faith in God. Will you share it with us? Send an email to citadelchurchjacks@yahoo.com. That's citadelchurchjacks@yahoo.com, and let us know by video one thing, one promise that God has kept for you. All right? I want you to do that. Now, throughout the month of October, I'm going to be preaching on the theme, restoring God's order. It's an interesting thing that came to me as I was praying and really acknowledging to God that I had slacked in some areas, that my pursuit, my level of diligence, my push for excellence had waned. That honestly, I had settled. The status quo was good enough. Good was okay. It was okay enough. And I had stopped pushing for that top notch, that top tier experience in everything. And I saw it coming about in every area, in many areas of my life. And as I began to pray and acknowledge to God that I had backed away from excellence, Holy Spirit reminded me that I was never supposed to be focused on excellence. I was supposed to be focused on doing things God's way. When we do things God's way, excellence becomes a default. God has a prescribed order for everything in our lives. He's got a prescribed order for our lives because God is a God of order. And so throughout this month, I'm going to be teaching along those lines and inviting our leaders to share what God's order, restoring God's order, actually means for their own life. Take a listen to one of our leaders right now.
Hello, everyone. I come before you to answer a question that was posed by Bishop, which was, what does it mean to me to restore God's order? For me, that means starting over, going back to the basic, going back to the Bible, opening up Genesis chapter 1, starting over. For my personal life, that means, again, starting over, rededicating my life to God and putting Him first in the proper order, which would be first. And doing that means that I would seek Him first instead of as a last resort, which is what I have found myself doing, especially in this time. You know, a lot of times we say, well, I've done all I can do now is pray, when actually that's completely wrong, completely opposite, and out of order. If God is supposed to be the head of my life, which I have confessed, then I should seek Him first in all things before I do anything, and then with guidance and wisdom, go to whatever the next step is, depending on what it is that I'm seeking Him for. I should not be using Him as a last resort or some type of last magic card. Well, since everything else I've tried didn't work, now I'm going to pray and ask God to fix it. So yeah, for me, that's what that's what restoring the order of God means to me, and that's what it means in my personal life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sister Tori. Wow, man, I think in a lot of ways you hit the nail on the head, just like some of our others have, and I'm going to be sharing those throughout this month as well. So make sure that you are getting notifications. You know when the church goes live, when we are sending information out. Make sure you're reading your emails and checking your text messages and all of those things, because we are going to be so much more intentional during this month for our anniversary and going forward. All right. So that's all I've got for you today. I can't wait to see you, literally see you Sunday morning, 9 o'clock a.m. when we gather on a basketball court. We're going to play outside. All right. Oh, I forgot to tell you, after the service, we've got a scavenger hunt as a part of our anniversary. That's right. How could I have forgotten that? We've got a scavenger hunt, and every person that's desiring can play a part. Now, you will need your automobiles. My mouth is getting tired. You will need your cars. That's what I should have said. And I don't know. I think it takes less than an hour for you to do it, but it'll be ready for you. And there are prizes, first, second, and third place for the scavenger hunt this Sunday, right after the worship service on the basketball court, 9 o'clock a.m. Oh, it's going to be so nice. The forecast is going to be beautiful. God is pleased with the Citadel Church, and He wants us to gather this Sunday outside. All right. So I can't wait to see you. I love you. Have an amazing rest of this week. And meet me on Saturday morning at the prayer call, 8 o'clock a.m. All right. Love y'all. Bye, family.